I hope you guys know that as soon as I'm done with Trigger Happy Havoc, I'm going to immediately after play Danganronpa 2 because I don't know if you can see that, but it's currently installing because I've already bought it. Look at it go. Anyways, let's play more Danganronpa. I got some cookies. I have a controller. Everyone bob your head to the opening theme. Who's dead? I forgot. Oh, right, you. Alright, so... Damn, that's huge. Another hammer. Now it's Justice Hammer 4, and it's even bigger than before. That rhymes. Is that the suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too? I wonder. But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celestials attacked Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3?
What?
What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one who's been killed. Hifumi's dead too.
What?
What?
Hey!
Hold on, I'm eating a damn cookie. Hifumi's been killed? Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we better go check it out. Of course, come on. So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. Don't talk with your mouth full, guys. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab.
Oh.
Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office?
Okay.
Something has come up. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi's dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's not all. It is gone. Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What? What are you talking about? It's disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here?
Hey!
Everyone, back to the nurse's office. Damn, okay. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office, completely out of breath. Oh! I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
Okay.
We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys did.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken? This is unnatural.
Huh?
Hold on, what do you mean by 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room. Hold on, I'm gonna pause while I eat my cookies.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be. No! Ow!
Hina.
Hina, calm down. We're all going to die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might be the next target? Toko? Ha, look, finished installing. That's funny. Quite funny. Danganronpa 2 finished installing while playing Danganronpa. I'll shut the fuck up now. Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room. I completely forget? I completely forget.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out, and she refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious?
Damn.
Wait, you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect clings to me wherever I go. Would be better off without her. God damn!
Bastard!
You bastard! Calm down, you forgot about her, didn't you? You haven't... No, you're wrong. She forget about her. She forget about her. Everyone, stop fighting right now. We need to hurry back.
Huh?
I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shut out in the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed. And when we got there... Toko! You got bigger dudes to kiss, bro. There are way bigger fish to fry currently. Like, where did Tako's body go? Where... Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. What's he gonna say? The shelf is out of place? Speaking of shelves, I still want to know what was on the bottom shelf. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right here, had disappeared. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before. Yeah, no shit.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. They didn't just vanish to thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they want to do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Huh? Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well...
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
It is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now, this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Fumi were attacked. There's no question she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? Shut the fuck up, bro. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right, there's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that the rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule... I mince ya! Mince ya without a second thought. Mince ya, grind ya, turn you into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish, like shrimp or crabs?
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words...
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who couldn't have done it, is Hiro. But is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Whatever, we need to find those bodies. Our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then...
Very well. Then, let's split up and begin searching.
But...
There's no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
'Cause
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but if you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. Alrighty-o! Well, this is... what, part... 8? Or is it part 8 or 9? I think it's 8. I think it's part 8. I don't know how long this game is, so... I don't know how long we're gonna be here for. It had a 12-episode anime, so... Are they only on floor 3? I'm gonna say maybe they're only on floor 3. Okay, that's just where I came. Okay, I'm gonna check every door. I feel like it'd be way too obvious to hide them in here, so I'm just gonna check anyways. Oh, that's right, we have this room back here. Huh? The door must be locked. Odd. Very odd. Nothing in here. The hammer is still there. Here. Oh, that way, that's where we just were. Sorry, guys, I'm stupid. Oh, wait, that's where we just came. The door. Stairs. Classrooms. Nothing. I don't feel like they'd fit in here because of all the chairs and stuff, so. Oh, God. Makoto.
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Fumi and Taka's bodies have both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? Where's the repository? I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I don't know what a repository is. There it is. What is that? Where is that? I guess it's in the art room. Oh, that's the place in the art room, isn't it? But that door was locked! And I knew it had to have been locked for a reason. Are the bodies here somewhere? Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked, but I have no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Why is that so quiet? The 2 bodies that had disappeared were right here. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered.
We already discovered them.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so here we are. Without further ado, let me give you the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies for the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment
Now make sure
is
to
waiting
investigate
for
with
you.
all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Okay, so the hammers are missing. Well then, Now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on! How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know.
That's terrible.
Dead! Gone forever! They're never coming back! Awful. This is just all too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this?
What the fuck? Not sure if y'all just saw the notification I got, but what...
Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. I think that's how tears work. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. Or was it? This wasn't...
He's alive again?
Where am I?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? Huh. That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything. Before I met you all. I met you all.
See, why do I have to read this? His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me. Like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you?
Me.
Who tried to kill you?
Me.
Who killed me?
Me.
That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
Why would he do this? Such an ass. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. God damn, that's Death for the second time. A Death squared. Death squared. That's what I'm naming this video, is Death squared. Absolute cinema. Absolute undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This is some kind of stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return. Just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. No, this game is becoming excitingly boring. Exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hukagure. Hukagure. No, Hukagure. Hukagure! Oh, fuck. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other
And
words,
with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, and going as far as to hide their bodies? A criminal that hides their face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life to death game here. Life or death game here. Although this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Because you're a main character. First, we better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotake Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got less information than the time before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well.
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
Perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked, but what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey!
Sorry, I can't answer that. It would be obstructive to the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder,
Phew.
only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Then we only need to figure out that one blackened is that the then we only need to find out who that one blackened is that is the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person.
well now.
That's enough explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened, an accomplice wouldn't benefit. And then I can't see in any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt the hero is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You don't know. Don't you think we should consider a certain someone as suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended. Yeah. When did you? I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there.
huh? You gotta be kidding.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest every time. So I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Fumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still laying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
it's all clear.
And that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. But one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Alright. Now we need to look for clues and shit. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some of them are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as the model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? I doubt I'm gonna get a truth bullet out of a dead guy. Jeez, bro. Yeah, good point. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which is laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it! His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're completely clean. I assumed that was just so we could see his eyes open during the cutscene with him and, Asahina. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who could have done that, and why? Oh, I did get a truth bullet out of a dead guy, okay. What about this dead guy? Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind when the body was moved. Oh, it's just the hammers again. What do you have to say about this?
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got there, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. Same thing here. Same thing here. It was locked. Well, why are you get so confused? We literally tried opening up the fucking door, 10 minutes ago. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. You. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
And there's no doubt and then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb, but do you really think it's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? Oh, shoot. Oh, wrong button. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the body? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What? Because the rule says, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, the #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see, so that's what it means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? but you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Fuck you, go away. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figure something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? There are many aspects to hide the shit. My controller is way too sensitive. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So
Would you like my help? Sure. Yeah, let's look back at things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but no one showed up. So we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way up to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time, because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? And then you, me, Byakuya... Sorry, I'm having more trouble pronouncing Togumi's name. I don't know if it's Byakuya, or something else. I'm just gonna keep switching between Byakuya and Byakuya. Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Fumi's body had disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and had rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies, and after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. There we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. Oh, wrong person, actually. My bad. And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Okay, so that was literally just I did not need to do that. Okay. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. Well, I saw this at the art room before. I guess it was used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward. You have to bend down but you have to bend down. Oh shoot. It's kind of awkward, but if you have to bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room where we found Haka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Anything else? No, it doesn't seem like it. Gang, I can't tell if there's people shooting fireworks or starting a school shooting. Because, I can hear, very loud banging from the house near me. Anyways. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing these. And the door is designed so it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's left unlocked now. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that's certain someone. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, in the equipment room where Taka was found, blah blah, yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Let's go to the equipment room. It's closer here to here, I think. That's over at the physics lab, correct? Wrong way. I like how I try acting smart, like I know my way around the map, and then I proceed to bump into a dead end. Didn't I literally say last time I know the layout of the map now? Again. Did it again. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. Could that have blood have come from here? Which would mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that definitely should have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Fumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get up there on the 3rd floor. That's a total mystery. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. That's all you had to say, that's crazy. Okay, what's that? Okay, I don't know what that is. Is that a TV? Like one of those TV screens? Just Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, the murder weapon was left here. Okay. I doubt those things will give me any... Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too. Okay. I think I can leave here now. I can really make my way to the nurse's office now. That's not what those stairs are. Maybe, okay, where are the stairs? There they are. I'm actually going there instead of using the map because I want to learn the layout of the map a bit better. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When he disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes,
Correct.
indeed.
Correct. Why did I say it like that? Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer who was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything else... I can't think of it as anything else less than impossible. Yeah, okay. So I'll be able to leave the room when I found everything. As a camera, I doubt that'll be important. Fridge. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's glass. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ugh, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth. And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe off some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't had the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think this might be important. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note that Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Okay. Okay, we're already down here, actually. We don't need to go through any stairs. Wrong way. Jeez, where is it? Is there not a way to get to the dorms from the first floor? Odd, I did not know that. Anyways. I don't know which one is his room, so I guess I'm just gonna have to... Is it just unlocked? The door is unlocked? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hiro's room. There are all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get all of it from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Okay. There's some boxes here. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something and some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. This is Robo-Justice, and it's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Is that all? Bathroom. There's nothing in here. Okay. I don't suppose I can search anything else. Okay. I'll leave then. Oh my god. Makoto, big news, big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo-Justice showed up too. Robo-Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyways, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Dong! They're just menacingly lurking over there. Alright, T. How many truth bullets do I have? 11. Okay. Is that all I'm gonna have for this trial? Probably not. I'll probably find some more. Kyoko and... Phew, man, I had the worst day. Hiro? Hiro?
Huh? Hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh, who else would it be? That's a good question. Huh? What do I look like this? What, did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Bro's clueless, what? Robo-Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and he woke up.
Don't be mean!
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something?
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well...
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly. She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people might think she's been spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
Well,
I have no idea. On 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how, that happened. Then I woke up and I was here. That counts as sleeping outside the dorms, bro. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew! Free at last! Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Oh wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him? God damn.
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. It's tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little too far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. Who else could possibly be the costumed attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo-Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on.
Hold on.
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Where did that thing I dropped earlier go? In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see? It's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. There must have been the one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. Well, what the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Okay, so we got a new truth bullet. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup.
Oh.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else could explain her questionable behavior? But you are quite protective of her, yes? That's because she helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I'd do to earn your trust. Rude. Have I not already said... There's a big locker near the pool.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 were the ones that were killed, that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Fumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right? Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done... Alter Ego is an AI and Chihiro is dead.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. I know, that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet up at the rec room at 1 a.m. But then the last thing I remember is going to the rec room and then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
And not a chance.
So...
No, hold on, he could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Huh? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all of that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us the note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket. Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim. But if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. Well, what the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why... Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, we have time to search for evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell truth far more easily than living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway,
we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess I should head that way for now. Where are the stairs again? I keep thinking my game crashed. What am I doing? Come on, the trial has to start soon, correct? Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew
The
it.
Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. We're gonna have to check the dead bodies again. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to here, the repository, all the way from the third... Okay. Yeah. Am I supposed to talk to you again?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? No, he did not! I never saw that thing once.
whew,
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
so then.
Take a look. It's broken. You can see it. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
But last night, Utaka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked past 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that
I wonder
right?
about that. Kyoko then turned to Fumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Fumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Okay, well then I guess we're just gonna... So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Fumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it into his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down in his pants, it's like, it better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole in it. Oh, this is the note that,
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hiro said. He said he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. Blah, 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 blah. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Fumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. This just because Fumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning here. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then.
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there were any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't... if you didn't have to think about them at all. I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said is that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come to a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind. Does that, by chance, give us, 17? Jeez. Okay, that's more than we had before. I'm pretty sure both times we had 16.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Nope, see ya. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Why is there 2 of them? He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it looks like I'm multiplied. Can you guys tell? Tell which one of us is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please aboard the pain train. Elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we? Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't just run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume, or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get into the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the 2 that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Takada. The one who killed 2 of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. Is this the same dialogue every single time? When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the word.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the next stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly... We've read this all before. I don't think I have any new skills. Yeah, okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone. Now then.
Alright, third class trial, let's go.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear. God damn it. Make your argument! Yasuhiro's message, Okay, let's go.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second.
I'm looking at the blueprints. The handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
No, it's wrong.
I'm good at this.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Obviously.
Compare it to the blueprints.
Have the arms bend like this.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
True.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit, was... the Illuminati, obviously. It was always Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
True.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
True.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
True.
What?
True.
Now that's a bold assumption.
True.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Probably not.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
True.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I don't know. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been the thingy-wingy. Whatever it's called. Fuck. The thingy. The thingy-wingy.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been...
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Why was there blood on the wheel?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There were literally tracks of blood on the...
Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Oh my god. Let's talk about reloading! Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the X button in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the X button now has a function along with the A button and Y buttons. You will now automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action's set to gentle, you won't have to reload. Okay. Damn, this is the end of the trial already? That's crazy.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
There we go.
I cannot agree.
Fuck! Fuck you, Celeste!
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Shut the fuck up, Einstein. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then...
Sorry, hold on. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, I can do that? Well, I misclicked, but I did not know I could do that. What? Hold on, I'm trying to do something. My bad. Okay, there we go.
What kind of robot is it?
A robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit hadn't have done it. What is that? What does he mean by that? Make your argument!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend...
It was not bendable at the waist. Man, I'm good at this.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit...
Well, I mean...
Oops, I did not. I thought it was supposed to be A, not B.
Off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that costume was taken off just to move the body because once it's on, you can never take it off. Where's the voice acting? Oh! She's right.
Shoot!
It looks like I just... Oh. What? Oh. Listen, they were basically the same thing,
I
okay?
don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually take it off. A little help? How do you make something you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo-Justice, or that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single instead of seizing
Oops,
on
I did not
one
mean to
viewpoint?
skip that
The
fast.
truth is
My bad.
uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll...
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi.
How
in
could
the
you
library.
walk in that thing if you couldn't see your feet?
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. He was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Fumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body had disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
True. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
I keep accidentally pressing A on my controller.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Make your argument! Monokuma file.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, I know it's a truth bullet.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they
were killed in. Oh, really?
Shoot!
Yeah, I guess that was a little stupid to me.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers. Oh. I don't think I saw another piece of gold text that I could truth bullet throughout that entire thing.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps...
I thought I only saw 2.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Wait, how do I...
We already know what order they were killed in.
That's it. Okay, I forgot how to do that. Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
There we go. I forgot I could do that. My bad. That completely went past my. That completely flew past my mind.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Where's the watch? The watch. Oh god, not another Hangman's Gambit. It's the wristwatch. A. I need an A. Stop spamming W's, I need an A. Come on.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey you, how long were you to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the... blah 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 blah.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
He killed himself. Okay, I've done all this before. I'm not reading this again for the 10 millionth
When
time.
we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Herm.
On the other hand,
True?
Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
That's just a rearranging of who, so you're still saying who.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
What the fuck are you yapping about?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
Shut the fuck up.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Oh god. Make your argument! Why do we have broken wristwatch again? Is that really gonna help us?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Oh, that minus 2 seconds, goddammit.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Very plausible. Okay.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Hold on, I'm memorizing it all.
Are we
Hold
really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I don't want to risk anything because of how
Are
low
you
my
saying
hearts
that
are.
when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still...
I'm going to take this.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement
Yes, then we're going to
was
use this on
made.
Kyoko's statement.
Are we
I think that's
really
correct.
so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
God
discovery.
damn it.
shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Hold on. Wait just 1 second.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead, and that is. Are we really? Maybe the
announcement to signal someone
Can I take
else's
that
discovery.
and take it into like the next round thingy? Oh, I can!
Saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's
Oh!
office.
If I knew I could do that, this would have been so much easier.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered
Hifumi's dead.
No, it's wrong.
I didn't think I was able to do that.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We were asking if you were a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
But he made the announcement again.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Oop. Shit.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Body has been discovered. Blah 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 blah.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet, meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Shut the fuck up.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Oh god, I'm not making my argument again. Make your argument! Hifumi's glasses. I think I already know where this is heading.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The
Oops.
first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Correct.
And the next time
Oops.
we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
What?
Shoot!
Oh, god damn it.
Well, here's one thing we did. The first time we found Hifumi, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in the.
But when you compare his
Why does he sound so silly when sped up?
and his body
other than the
change in, there was no notable difference.
Okay, that's what I need to do. There we go. I was one sentence off.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi and the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was the, whatever it was, glasses cleaning cloth.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Indeed.
And if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, there is like blood in the
The fridge
refrigerator
in
or
the
something.
nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, We all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository,
And it could only have been Hifumi
I hit that.
just
Oh,
finished
goddamn.
stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I don't know. Oh wait, the note. No. The note Hifumi had.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What?
TMI.
Pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Taka.
I
Hifumi's
got it.
pants is crazy.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still. I can't let her get to me. Oh, god damn it, I gotta make another.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Okay,
Huffy
so.
had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy! But remember, what time did it say? 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with
TikTok!
No, that's wrong. No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
And don't forget, we also found part of the note in his hand. I'm pretty
We've
sure.
already proven
that was part
that
of the
using
note.
his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed.
I'm pretty sure that rip matches up to
So,
what we found in his hand.
Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Because he's, I don't know, the one, I don't know.
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Bruh. Shoot. How'd it go? Gah!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact...
Then why is he dead?
He was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
No, because then the body announcement wanted to play it.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Actually, that is still wrong, because he did talk.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Or was that in the repository? I can't necessarily remember.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
God damn.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository...
There was a clean hammer on the thing, I'm pretty sure.
Had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Oh god, I have to make my arguments again. Make your argument! Yeah, spotless hammer. There it is, right there.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
The spotless hammer.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Witness them
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out Murder Gear.
Well, what the murder weapon and, that's about it.
Yeah, okay, it's pretty sure it's
What
this right here. What? Damn.
Shoot!
Yeah, I'm stupid. Sorry, Makoto.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice
Oops,
Hammer
hold on.
3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is a... Check out MurderGear.com.
Well, one thing's the murder
The weapon had to be
That's what it is.
hammer.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
But weren't they
If that's
literally
true,
missing?
that
Meaning
would
that,
explain
like,
the
literally
molecular
they,
files note about the wounds being similar.
like, literally just, like, painted it or
So
something?
Hifumi moved Taka's body to
Is
the
that what he's
repository,
basically saying?
where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with it. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Talked about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Oh god, not again. Make your argument! Okay,
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Damn it, I was trying to take that because I'm pretty sure it's what I have to do.
Even if more than one, only the one who actually... Assuming the rule holds true.
That is how...
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however...
Give me this statement! Fuck you!
Based on the rules that have even if more than one... Only the one who actually carried out... Assuming the rule...
No, it's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, If there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
True.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which,
plausible.
if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the effort made to convince us the two murderers were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. The debates up till now, there's the way the case has unfolded. When you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Wait, what? Wait, I've not been paying attention. I've not been paying attention. I've not been paying attention.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
I just went from what I remembered from the anime, okay?
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brain-fat, lazy, worthless goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is that? What is it that what it is that only Fumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering the suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
I like how they stay in the pose they were last in instead of, like, going back to a default pose. It makes him look broken. Celeste currently looks, like, broken.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shout out something. Yeah, we've read this a million times.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was okay. Yeah, we've read this a million times too.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Huh? Yeah, we've read this a million times too.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Blah 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 blah.
Well,
Blah
if
blah
Celeste
blah
and Hifumi
blah
were
blah.
working together,
Oops.
and on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Ah!
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
Oh god, what is it now, Einstein?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Celeste, you dumbass.
Tina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
I gave you a coffee, bro, and this is how you treat everyone?
You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys did.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
I had no clue that I could do this.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Your argumental. Your argumento. Oh, yeah, just because it's the Monokuma file, I have a feeling we're gonna have to do some taking
All
statements
I
and shooting
said
them back.
was,
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste?
Oh, shit. What was so strange because
Shoot.
she said that, yeah. Fuck.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Actually, maybe I take that and then shoot it at that.
All I said was,
If this isn't correct, all of you can, I will send my address.
enjoying.
If this isn't correct, I will send my address in a YouTube post and you all can come and slap me in the face. And, like, rob me or something, I don't know.
Positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Haha! Look at that! You guys don't get my address.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
Herm!
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
The camera doesn't have a timer.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
It doesn't look like there's anyone in the
If
suit,
everything I
bro.
told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Well, damn.
Hifumi was dragging him away? ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Make your argument! Oh god.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all.
No way!
I think I know what might be wrong. Yeah, it's exactly what I was about to say.
Up in that suit after I
Thank you,
passed
Makoto.
out.
Then you just draped me up. You tried to make me look
Like I said, as you can see,
Because
if the
it
person
can't
inside the suit
exactly...
has no way. Stand up.
Then the fortune-telling idiot.
Oops, I accidentally skipped past it. Because there's no way it could have been slouched over, because, you know, it can't bend at the waist.
Then you just draped me up. You tried to make me look
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the there's no.
No, it's wrong. No, even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yeah, we know.
That's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
What the crap does that sound?
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh god.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it that attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Can't remember nicknames.
Shoot!
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
That was kind of
That's
confusing.
right.
Everyone's last
Our
names.
He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Yes, the hero is just taken from the last part of Yasuhiro, so that kind of makes no sense.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name,
Oh, that's
he
okay.
would have
Never
said
mind.
his last name.
I thought they were talking about how he would have called him Hero, and yeah, okay, never mind.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now, isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Yes.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Just tell us your real name. Broskito, Bro Tape, Bro Chacho, Bro Chacho. Tell us your real name, Bro Chacho. Make your argument! The handbook, Spotless Hammer, Yasuhiro's message. We're going to have to...
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
What the fuck did that just say? Did that just say I love it when Master yells at people? What? Who said that?
And since you have no way to contradict me...
Oh shit.
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
No truth, the The handbook! Oh shoot. I was trying to switch.
He wanted us to
The
know the killer's last
handbook
name.
tells the last name.
If there's one person, it would have to be you, Celeste. How many times, honey? Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending. And since
You have no way... That's the only truth there
Damn it.
is! Moron!
Yeah, blah blah blah, I'm trying.
Hifumi was
trying to he wanted us to know the killer's
Oh, wait, I gotta see what that says.
you, Celeste.
How many times do I have to tell... My name...
Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go
I
on
love it when
pretending?
Master yells at... What the fuck?
I'm not pretending, and since
You have no way to...
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook's absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It also has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
When have you ever cared about privacy?
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again. from the beginning.
Oh, not again.
And shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
What the hell? Oh, okay, right, this. Okay. Okay. Isn't that from last case? I don't know what this could have to do with it, but I think that's taken from there, so that can't be it. And this is, you know, from the last case, so that can't be anything here. So then... okay, let's go over here. So, I got him in there. Or maybe that's over here. I don't know. Who was it that the killer summoned first? Oh. What time did it... Oh. I didn't know I could click on it. How did they recruit them? And I'll come back to that in a minute. They use, no. I don't know. I'm just gonna do that for now. Wait, what did that say again? Right, they took a picture. And then used... Actually, let me see what that has to say just real quick. Okay. What? In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. He used the hammer. Oh no, wait, which... It was just his hammer... 2. And of course, he gets the tarp and stuff home. Use that. And then once it was moved... Boom. Okay, now I can go back and do everything else that I missed. What was this? No. When was Justice Hammer 3 used again? Back here. I don't know. I'm trying to see if this frame of the backpack was taken from another, Yeah, okay, so this frame of the backpack here was just taken from this shot here. So I say this is the only place this fits. Then this was... Yeah, then that was Justice Hammer 3.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
How did he breathe?
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Someone needs to make a video on how realistic, Danganronpa really is.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
then these must be swapped then. Thought so when it said Hammer 3.
here's exactly what happened.
I mean, when it said Hammer 2, not Hammer 3.
Next, they falsified 2 more for these attacks.
There we go. Okay, got it right this time.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
Yay!
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Okay. Damn, I did amazing. Holy crap.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Shut the fuck up. Bro, listen, what? It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Rudenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I don't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name. It was the thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again? Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually...
I was hoping to talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
Are you okay
It was
with
Taka.
this?
He stole it. What?
So
And I have
then-
proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I had taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say
What?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
What? And then he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try and kill you. What?
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard! Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to keep with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that the item I had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love so twisted that it can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my own fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why do you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid? That's it?
Let's
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, was Hifumi supposed to do that? What was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay
That's
with
simple.
this?
After he did his part and pretended to be dead, when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded and was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was gonna murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent, in fact. Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the
So
end...
you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point into my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How could a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder
No,
about
he
that.
derives his pleasure from the thrill of hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here begun, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it
To live in a European castle. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. And once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of I don't know.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
to be done. Just the worst.
You sound passionate, but you were never able to kill your own... You sound self-passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to it. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is
That's
this?
what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions and And so that's why you're not scared?
Yes.
That's right.
indeed.
I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie and...
Hey,
Shoot. You'd just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. You all done? Okay, let's get rolling. The blackened just spread at the start of the piece and now must pay the price.
Now then,
Now then,
prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I like how they just construct in front of our eyes. Bruh, imagine being hit by a car. You did it! Yo, you put out the fire! Yeah! Too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. But what do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes, it is. But that reality just can't be avoided. Jeez, bro, is this chapter almost over? Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you just gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste? So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me? What?
hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my... What the fuck?
Ooh, how exciting.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's time I got out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that it'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
Okay, is this the end? Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and despair. Don't say the D word. Although it wasn't all despair. Don't say the D word. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us instead.
Hey.
I'm going to go alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just gonna draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya. Well, it's up to you for now.
Yo.
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think? Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key that Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As soon as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open up the last set of files soon, maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait. Please just wait a little longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as the incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then, maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I'd believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have surveillance camera or monitor in it. And the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about... Why was she in the boys' bathroom? Shut the fuck up. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I was being yanked in. Kashonk! At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Ba-bum! I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet, and way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room, but what's in here? A shelf? There's a bunch of files and what looked like to be volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing here not covered in dust. Someone had to have been looking at it recently. I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had the chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I do now? What don't I know? Who the fuck is that? A strange sound rung out through my head. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. God damn, everything's gone! Ow. Apparently, something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much, at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen to the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work, and the insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. Only tissues are left, that's funny. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow, I made it back to the first floor of the school. The further I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. I like how it's green because the time is unknown. Guys, it's green! It's green! I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym? I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym. The sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. What the fuck? Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No one's side's not human, that's for sure, but... No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... What the fuck? There's 7 of us left, holy shit. There's just a tiny bit more than half of us left. hold on. Okay, that's what we're starting chapter 4 on. Alright, that's where I'll end this video, and I will see you all next time. As much as I actually want to, there probably won't be a Danganronpa video within the next few days. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.